They told us all we was Africans. Beware of her, cause she lying, man. America, the lion's den. I can't believe all this time we the chosen. We've been deceived all these years, now we woken. Beware of her, cause she lying, man. America, the lion's den. Yeah, I'm crying out to the lost sheep with their eyes wide open, but they still sleep. Don't even know their nationality, and when I try to tell them, they get mad at me. It's like trying to charge a phone up with no battery. Seems like they find with our people dying rapidly, the blood soaking, not knowing that they God. And in this lion's den, it's a blessing if you're now woken, cause everything we was taught was lies. Had to be born again, the seeds of the mighty man is on the rise against the workers of iniquity. Catch them by surprise, look them in their eyes, then we slay the beast with the words of Yahweh Shai. My Bible is my sword, from the tribe of Yahweh die. We stand bold, we ain't scared of her. Give all praises to Yahweh and death to America. We from the seeds of the mighty men. They told us all we was Africans.
Hallelujah. We're going to get started. Am I going to blow the shofar? All right. All right. Amadio Wapanya Hakwadam. Right. Blow. 3 times. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
The blessing of the Sabbath. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us this sweet slakia. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that give us the Sabbath day in peace. Thank you, so be it. Amen.
Amen.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hashabbath.
Hashabbath.
Bashalom.
Bashalom.
Thawada.
Thawada.
Thanya.
Thanya.
Amen.
Amen.
Tribes to the east. Yawasap.
Yawasap.
Panyanyan.
Panyanyan.
Dan.
Dan.
Shema. Yasharella.
Yasharella.
Yahweh. Ahrahyahla. Yahweh. Hakad. Sar. Turn. Tribes to the south. Shemaiwan.
Shemaiwan.
Yashakar.
Yashakar.
Zabalawan.
Zabalawan.
Shemai. Yasharella. Yahweh. Ahrahyahla. Yahweh. Hakad. Sar. Turn. Tribes to the west. Gad.
Gad.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Naphtali.
Naphtali.
Shema. Yasharella. Yahweh. Ahrahyahla. Yahweh. Hakad. Sar. Turn. Tribes to the north. Roban. Yahweh. Loya. Shema. Yasharella. Yahweh. Ahrahyahla. Yahweh. Hakad. Sar. Turn. Shema Yasharella. Yahweh. Ahrahyahla. Yahweh. Hakad. Hero of Israel. Yahweh's our power. Yahweh's one. Bahasham Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the water Thanya. Amen. The blessing of the Torah. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that give to us the law. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
HaTorah.
HaTorah.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh, shall to give to us the light to see. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, Ha'awar, Lara'ah. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, Ha'ayo, Lakra'ah, Ha'ayam. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the olive oil to anoint Israel. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, Hashaman, Zayath, Lamashak, Yasharella, Thawada, Thanyad, Haman. The Ten Commandments. And the last one, Kodash, repeat the Hebrew only. La'a, Yahaya, Laka, Alaharyam, Akariam, Alpanya. La'a, Thaisha, Laka, Basal, Wala'a, Thaibadam. La'a, Baquakwath, Sham, Yahweh, Bashawa, Zakar, Hayawam, Hashabath, Lakwadash, Kabad, Abaka, Wa'amaka. La'a, Yatazachaaq, La'a, Thaganat, La'a, Thaganat, La'a, Dainor, Shakur, La'a, Thakamad, Kau, Asharai, Lara'aika, Bahashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, Thawada, Thanyad, Haman. The Ten Commandments in English, the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and holiday. Honor thy father and thy mother, that the days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Bahashem Mashak Tuad Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh the power.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
The Lord's Prayer. And the last one, Kodash. Repeat the Hebrew only. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Haya,
Haya,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwavka,
Malakwavka,
Thaba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Ratazachaaq,
Yatazachaaq,
Haya,
Haya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baharatazah,
Baharatazah,
Ka,
Ka,
Haya,
Haya,
Mashamayim,
Mashamayim,
Athanawa,
Athanawa,
Lakhom,
Lakhom,
Kayawam,
Kayawam,
Wasalaknawa,
Wasalaknawa,
Kabawatinawa,
Kabawatinawa,
Kasalaknawa,
Kasalaknawa,
Kabawatinawa,
Kabawatinawa,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Thabiyanawa,
Thabiyanawa,
Wanasawan,
Wanasawan,
Abo,
Abo,
Washinawa,
Manrai,
Manrai, Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Malakwa,
Malakwa,
Wala'ala,
Wala'ala,
Walathai Parath,
Wala'thai
I will lumya,
Parath,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
the water,
Thawada,
Thanyad,
Thanyad,
Amen.
Amen.
The Lord's Prayer, the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. And it reads,
After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. By Hashem HaShek Yahushua, the water, the miyad, Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Psalms 133 and Elisha Kodash. Repeat the Hebrew. Shayar.
Shayar.
Hamawath.
Hamawath.
Ladawad.
Ladawad.
Hana.
Hana.
Ma.
Ma.
Tawab.
Tawab.
Wama.
Wama.
Nayam.
Nayam.
Shabbath.
Shabbath.
Akim.
Akim.
Gum.
Gum.
Yakad.
Yakad.
Kashaman.
Kashaman.
Hatawab.
Hatawab.
Ayel.
Ayel.
Haraash.
Haraash.
Yarad.
Yarad.
Ayel.
Ayel.
Hazakwan.
Hazakwan.
Zakwan.
Zakwan.
Haharan.
Haharan.
Shayarad.
Shayarad.
Ayel.
Ayel.
Paya.
Paya.
Wadawathiwa.
Wadawathiwa.
Kato.
Kato.
Karumwan.
Karumwan.
Shayarad.
Shayarad.
Ayel.
Ayel.
Haraya.
Haraya.
Taziawan.
Taziawan.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Sham.
Sham.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ath.
Ath.
Abriakad.
Abiyakad.
Kayayam.
Kayayam.
I.
I.
Haywalam.
Haywalam.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Thanyad.
Thanyad.
Haman.
Amen.
Psalms 133 in English.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there Yahweh commanded a blessing, even life forevermore. By Hashem HaShek Yahushua, the water, the yard, Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Psalms 150, the praise.
Praise ye Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Most High in His sanctuary.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him in the firmament of His power.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him for His mighty acts.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him to His excellent greatness.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him with the sound of the trumpet.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him with the psaltery and harp.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him with the timbrel and dance.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him with the string instruments and organs.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him upon the loud cymbals.
Hallelujah.
Praise Him upon the high sounding cymbals.
Hallelujah.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise Yahweh. By Hashem HaShek Yahushua, the water, the yard. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
All praises, all thanks go out to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because truly His mercy endureth forever. We humbly come before you, Yahweh, in the name of your Son, Hamashiach Yahushai. We thank you for blessing us with this Shabbat day in peace, Yahweh. Please keep the Shabbat day in peace. Please watch over, protect all the children of Israel. Please send a special spirit of healing, Yahweh, on all our children of Israel out there, the circumcision and the uncircumcised. This flu is going around, what they call a corona flu, Yahweh. Please rid this of the children of Israel. Let it not come nigh anymore to the children of Israel, Yahweh. Please, as always, we beg of you, please come redeem us out of this captivity. All Israel, that face Shalom and call on thy high holy name. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. Please send a spirit of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, Yahweh, so we may be able to obtain your word. Please forgive us all for our transgression and be with us on this long journey to our destinations, which is the kingdom of heaven with you. All these things we ask and praise in your name, Yahweh, and your Son, who came and died for the nation of Israel, and Israel only, HaMashiach Yahushai, by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, the water Thanyad, Amen. Yeshabim, everyone be seated. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right, I see we're very late this week. We had some technical difficulties, and we're early for next week. Okay, but we're going to get started. We have a lot of ground to cover. We have the book of Exodus, the 13th chapter, and the 17th verse to 17. Okay, to the 17th chapter. So we're going to go into it. We're going to get some understanding on on the portion. This is the portion for this week. And as always, we're going to open up with the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 17. Open up the word of Yah. So it's Exodus 13 and 17 to Exodus 17 and 16. Okay? So we're going to go through
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 17.
right.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
Right, so everything we do, as the scriptures say, we got to do it by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of our anointed Savior. So like I always bring out, you can't go buy cigarettes for your auntie in the name of the anointed Savior, right? If your grandma's an alcoholic, you can't go buy a bottle of wine by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, right? So we got to remember that all the things that we do it by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior. So it's very important that we keep in mind this verse, in the scriptures, to remind us that we must keep the commandments and do the will of Yah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All right. So as always, we're going to go into Shabbat Shalom. We're going to go into the portion, and today's portion, like I mentioned earlier, was Exodus 13, 17, and so let's jump right to it. Shemai. Let's jump right to it. We have a lot of ground to cover.
Exodus 13 verse 17. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that the Most High led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For the Most High said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt.
All right. So like I was just reading the message you sent me. Read that one more time.
And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that the Most High led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For the Most High said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt.
See, that was always a big issue with the nation. They always wanted to return back to Egypt, right? As you're gonna go through this portion, like a lot of our people here today, they like it here in America. They don't want to leave here. There's no reason to go anywhere, right? Everything is gravy. Why would I want to leave? We got change, we got rides, we got big houses, we got cars, we got, why would we need to go anywhere? Let's just chill out. Let's stay here. You know what I mean? But there is a better place for us to be than to be here in this captivity, right? Read it again now.
And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people...
Call out where you at.
Exodus chapter 13, verse 17.
Right.
And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that the Most High led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines,
Okay.
although that was near.
Right. So he didn't lead them in the path of the Philistines, right? Because why? We were not ready to prepare to fight for war, to go against the Philistines. Anybody. Just coming out of Egypt, we pretty much just a family. Right? We were just family, husband, wife, children, our nation, our Shabbat Shalom, our goods, everything that we were taking out of Egypt. Go ahead.
For the Most High said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt.
Right. Then they're gonna repent and what? And then they want to return to Egypt, because now they're gonna get afraid, and then they're gonna run to Egypt for a covering, right? Because Egypt at this time, the Egyptians were as powerful as nation on the earth right now. They the ones ruling. You know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one more thing. You know,
Yeah.
when we crossed the Red Sea,
Mhm.
because the Philistines, they're coastal people. They lived in the bottom. You see the map right there? It would be like in the bottom, closer to Egypt. So when we crossed the Red Sea, the Most High didn't take us in their direction for
Right.
war. He took
Right.
us to the wilderness, in opposite direction.
Right.
Because mind you, how do we enter the Promised Land? We entered by crossing the Jordan. Look where the Jordan is.
Right.
We had to go all the way around from where the wilderness is, where we're reading right here,
Mhm.
all the way around to where the Moabites and these other Canaanites is, and then cross in. We skipped the Philistines.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. Right. So geographically, as you see, the brothers are bringing out, the captain's bringing out. The Most High. He knew that we was not prepared. I mean, the same thing happened with when Jacob and his family. Remember, he was worried about Esau, right? And because he split the family up, because he was worried that Esau would attack him. You know what I mean? So that's why he sent them all those goods. So the Most High know when we're prepared to go to battle. A lot of times people like to take things in their own hands and do things, but the scriptures say, "Wait upon me till I rise up to the prey." Right? So we must wait upon the Most High. We are not in a position to start any war or do anything like that. Everybody understand that? All right. Read on.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
But the Most High led the people about through the way of the wilderness
Right.
of the Red Sea,
Mm-hmm.
and the children of Israel went up, harnessed, out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So we went up out of the land of Egypt, and we're going into the wilderness, right? Read.
And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him.
He did what?
Moses took the bones of Joseph with him.
This is something that we definitely need to look into, because look, Joseph spoke to them, and he made sure that he left, or as we would say today, a will or living testament. This is something that we all should do. If you decide that you want to do a living testament, make sure you get in contact with me, or I'll get you in contact with the elder priest Kahan, and he will make sure you do that living testament. All right. So this is very important, because he left this living testament behind, and the people lived up to it. They say, don't leave me here in Egypt. When we go into the Holy Land, bring me with you. Go ahead, Bayath.
Genesis 15:25.
Oh, you about to say Genesis 15:25? Okay, let's go to the Testament then. Go on, yeah, let's go to what happened.
Genesis
Right.
50:25.
You said 50 and 25?
Go ahead.
Okay. Right.
50?
Yeah.
Yes.
50. Go on. Right. So that's book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 25. Read that.
We start at verse 24.
Okay, come on.
And Joseph said unto his brethren,
Uh-huh.
I die, and the Most High will surely visit you,
Mm-hmm.
and bring you out of this land unto the land which he swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
So the Most High was dealing with Joseph, because at this point, he gave him the vision. And told him, we're going to get out of here. Right? Read.
And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying,
Uh-huh.
The Most High will surely visit you,
Mm-hmm.
and ye shall carry up my bones from hence.
Right? Right. So it said Joseph, he died. Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, the Most High will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. Right? So he made an oath with what? His brothers. That's right. He made an oath with his brothers, you know what I mean? I'm sure he has some sort of document, because we document things. A lot of times people think, because we're in Egypt, a lot of times people think because of this time that we was not smart enough to write things down. A lot of people, because they watch too much TV, they think that we are Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble, that we're going to put things in stone and stuff like that. We had ink and we had paper. We wrote things down. We documented things, right? The scriptures tell us about that. So I'm sure Joseph put this thing down so that they didn't make sure they didn't forget that it was time for him to go. Hey, listen, you know what big brother said? Get me out of here. So this is the oath that we went to. Bayath, what happened?
Joshua 24:32.
Let's get Joshua 24 and 32. That's good. That's good scripture.
31:32.
20. There's no 31. Joshua 24 and 31. Okay.
And 32.
Okay.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 31.
Right.
And Israel served the Most High all the days of Joshua,
Right.
and all the days of the elders that overlived Joshua,
Right.
and which had known all the works of the Most High
Mm-hmm.
that he had done for Israel.
Read.
And the bones of Joseph,
And what?
and the bones of Joseph,
Read.
which the children of Israel brought up out of Egypt, buried they in Shechem,
Mm-hmm.
in a parcel of ground which Jacob bought of the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver.
Right.
And it became the inheritance of the children of Joseph.
Right. So you see there, they actually fulfilled his oath, right? Which is a good thing. That's a blessing when you can do that. You know what I mean? Somebody, asks to fulfill, that, whatever it is that you're asking, and then it be done. So the Most High is watching over you. So you see here, they were leaving Egypt, like we were reading in Exodus, and they got Joseph, and they took him, and they taken him with him. And here in Joshua, you see they buried him in Shechem. All right, everybody got that? All right. So everybody know on the Exodus test where Joseph was buried at. Everybody gonna get that answer right, Con? Okay. I'm just messing with y'all. You gonna write it down and make a mental note? All right, Con. All right, that's good. All right, let's go back. All right. Now, the Most High, he knows exactly, what the deal is, right? All right. You see, Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. Go ahead.
Book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 19.
Right.
And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him,
Right.
for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, the Most High will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you.
Right. So that's the prophecy right there. We're reading the prophecy out of Genesis. Everybody got that? Okay. Read on.
And they took their journey from Succoth,
Mhm.
and encamped in Etham, in
Right.
the edge of the wilderness.
Right. And Sukkot, that's what we call the tabernacle. That's a booth, the Sukkot. Right. So they took their journey from Sukkot and encamped in Itham in the edge of the wilderness. Read on.
And the Most High went before them by day
Uh-huh.
in a pillar of a cloud,
And a pillar of what?
in a pillar of a cloud,
Read.
to lead them by the way,
Uh-huh.
and by night in a pillar of fire,
Right.
to give them light, to go by day and night.
Right. Give me Ezekiel now in the 10th chapter in the 8th verse. All right. So the Most High, this is how, he traveled with us. Okay. Just to get right to the point. We can start from 1, but we'll just get right to the point. Let's get 8 and 10. 8 through 10 real quick.
8 and 10.
No, 10 and 8. Sorry.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 10 verse 8.
Right.
And there appeared in the cherubims the form of a man's hand
Uh-huh.
under their wings.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked, behold, the 4 wheels by a cherubim,
Uh-huh.
one wheel by one cherub,
Right.
and another wheel by another cherub. And the appearance of the wheels was as the color of a beryl stone.
Right.
And as for their appearance, they 4 had one likeness, as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel.
Right. So this is what a chariot would look like. You know what I mean? So the Most High was actually had a chariot following us around there. He said, you followed us as a pillar of fire in the night and in the cloud. Those clouds and those fires, these are it's like the what you call the angelic body of the angels, right? This is just giving you an example about what they look like. Oh, okay, there you go. The captain is on point. There we go. A lot of times Esau will call it UFO, but we call it an IFO. Con? Right. Identify flying object, not unidentified. We identify as the Most High. Give me one more. Give me Corinthians 10. me see. It's 1 Corinthians. Yeah.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 1. Moreover, brethren,
Right.
I would not that ye should be ignorant
Okay.
how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea,
Right.
and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea,
Right. Read.
and did all eat the same spiritual meat.
So now we're going into, Paul is referencing back when what? When we left Egypt, like what we're doing now. And he's saying that we all was under that cloud by night. That cloud by day and the fire by night, right? And we all was baptized by the water, and we all ate that spiritual meat. What was that spiritual meat? Come on now, stay with me.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Hold on, what's the spiritual meat?
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Right. We all ate the spiritual meat. We all ate of the spiritual meat. Right.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
We all drank the spiritual drink, right?
For they drank of that spiritual rock
What we drank of the spiritual rock, which is what?
that followed them.
Right, which is what?
And that rock was the Mashiach.
Right. So we all drank of that spiritual meat. The meat is this word. The rock. We followed that rock was a Mashiach Yahushua. So we all drank. We all got understanding under that cloud and under that fire, right? And in that wilderness. By who? By Mashiach Yahushua, which was following us through that. He was with us and leaving us out of Egypt. All right? Just to get understanding. Yahushua was that cloud by day and that fire by night. Everybody got that? All right? The Most High came down here, the earth wouldn't be here anymore. Okay? So, Yahushua came in that form, like an angel, and watched over us and made sure and kept us away from Pharaoh and his goons. All right? All right, let's go back. And read 22, last verse in that chapter.
Book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day,
Right.
nor the pillar of fire by night,
Uh-huh.
from before the people.
Right, so he said he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from the people. So just letting them know that Yahushua was there with them throughout this whole thing, through the whole time. All right, let's go back. We started in Exodus chapter 14, verse 1.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying,
What did he say?
Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-zephon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea.
Right.
For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness have shut them in.
Right.
And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he should follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Most High. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people.
Right.
And they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us?
Right. So now they sitting up there, they wondering, damn, why we let these people go? Who's going to do the work for us now? That's why a lot of times, you hear people on TV, they saying, we're going back to Africa, and you hear the average European will say, well, go ahead and go back. They don't want you to go back. Because then who's going to build their kingdom? Who's going to build these towers? Who's going to build these bridges? Who's going to build these big yachts? Who's going to build these big cruise ships? Who's going to work the cruise ships? Okay? Who's gonna be cleaning? Wherever I go, I work in a field where I'm with the super rich, and I'm with the rich, and then I'm with the middle class, if there's such a thing, right, anymore. And then I'm with the poor. Okay, I'm with the dirty. So I've been with the dirty and the super rich. Trust me, I just went yesterday to a place, and I was on my phone. I had my head down, and I was looking at my phone trying to figure out what was my next stop, my next place I had to go. and I hear a young lady's voice saying, "Excuse me, sir." And I said, and I turned around and looked. I had to look up because she was riding a horse.
Sir was on horses.
Yeah. The scriptures, see servants on horses, right? Right. And she was on a horse, and he said, "Oh, I'm trying to get by." I was blocking her with my van, and she was like, "I'm trying to get by. He's getting a little antsy, you know." So I was like, "Okay, the horse is ready to go. Let me get out of here." Okay. But these people live in an area in Florida that, let me tell you, everybody that I see, I went to the door and I spoke to a Levite to get in. You know? Nah, I don't know what he is, but he's at the gate. Okay? And then all the other people that's cutting the grass and cleaning up the mess is all our people. But who's riding on the horses? You already know. The servants, really. Should be the other way around. So
And then like this, I worked this nursing home down in Lantana. Everybody in is children of Israel taking care of Esau.
yeah, that's what it is. Everybody.
And these women are almost the same age as the people they're taking care of.
Yeah, that's right. They are. The same age. You got somebody in there 75, got somebody in 75 taking care of them. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way it is, huh? So the people are like, yo, why we let these people go, man? You know, what we gonna do? Read on. Verse 6.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt,
Right.
and captains over every one of them. And the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with in high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and the chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea beside Pi Hahiroth before Baal Zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them.
Right.
And they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And they said unto Moses,
What did they say?
Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
Right. So they automatically turned to Moses. They said, look at this people. Look at this how many chariots he said he had with him?
He had,
How many chariots Pharaoh had? Did they say how many chariots?
600.
Right. So they see this whole army coming after them. They said, man, you brought us out here to die, Moses. But there were no graves in Egypt? I mean, that's funny. That's our people, man. We're going to say something, people are like, oh, man. You know, to make the situation even worse, you're going to say, man, you brought us out here to die? What you got going on, man? There no graves in Egypt? We could have died there and been at peace. You know? So, you know, of course, Moses looking at them like, let's see what Moses say.
Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt?
Uh-huh.
Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
Look at that. They said it's better for us to serve the Egyptians, right, than for us to die in the wilderness. Better you stand up like a man and die like a man. You rather be in servitude and die in the wilderness. That's what our people hear. That's what they're saying. When you ask them questions like, you know, this is it, right? Is this all that the so-called black and brown man that, you know, could offer is servitude? Right? Hold that. Give me Jeremiah. You know what I want? Jeremiah 2:14. Right? Because that's what's wrong with our people, man. You know, they want to stay here. They love it here. Right? I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Yahweh Shai come down here and told us, let's go. They'd be like, man, you brought us out here to die? Right at Fort Lauderdale Beach. We at the beach waiting at the water. Right? And Yahweh Shai said, follow me. And he said, wait, you brought us all the way out here to die? We could have died in Lauderhill. Right? Right? We could have died in Port St. Lucie. Yeah. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14.
Read.
Is Israel a servant?
Right. That's the question. Is Israel a servant? Do you see a question mark in your book? Is
Son.
Israel a servant? Read.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Were you made to serve? Was you born on this earth just to be a servant? Every time somebody turn around and, yeah, where you going? I'm going to work. Where you going? I'm going to work. Oh, man. Hey, man, we're going to hang out today. You want to go hang out with us? Nah, man, I got to go work. I got another job. I got 2 jobs. I got 3 jobs. I got 4 jobs. I got 5 jobs. What Benjamin said, you lazy llama bean. Me have 20 jobs. Right? You lazy llama bean. What they say in Living Color? Me have 50 jobs. Right? I'm hungry. Right? Right? How long you going to be dealing with that? You know how long? I mean, how long is going to have you engulfed like that? Even right now, I got a job that's taking a lot of my time. I'm looking for another avenue right now because I know that I have to do this work. And if I let my job take over and consume me, then I won't be able to do any work no more. I'm going to be sitting up here, looking crazy. Y'all going to wheel me in here one day, and then that's all I'm going to be doing, sitting in the back. Doing nothing. Just sitting there. Right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to come in here lively. I want to come in here and do the Shabbat. We come in here, Kwam Yasharella, right? That's right. Get our people ready, man. But we can't be like servants, man. Read that again, because our people, man, I don't know. Read that again.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14.
Yeah.
Is Israel a servant?
Uh-huh.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Right.
Why is he spoiled?
Why are our people so spoiled? Why they love it here so much? They spoiled by who? Esau spoiled them. That's what it is. Esau spoiled them. Give them all these comfortable cars. Give them all this good credit. They get their credit all pumped up. Then they start making money with the 3-4 jobs. They go buy some big house. Right? They sitting up in a big house, can't even live in it, can't even enjoy the house. Because you over here working 3 or 4 jobs. How can you enjoy the house? Right? That's what our people do. What they tell you? Yo, man, where you going? Yo, man, I'm on the grind. I gotta get this money. I gotta get paid. I gotta eat. I gotta feed my daughter. So you sell crack to your people to feed your daughter. Right? Yeah, hold on. Give me one precept on that topic. Give me Sirach 38:24. All right. Is exactly what you're looking for, right? A lot of times, look at the position we in. We are about to be in the kingdom. We are about to be in our holy land where we can serve the Most High truly, right? And right now, we at the bottom of the bank, right, of the Red Sea, complaining to Moses that you brought us out here to die, that we could have died in Egypt. After all the miracles that the Most High showed you, all the 10 plagues that hit Egypt, and none came nigh to Goshen. Right? Read that. 38:24. Come on.
Book of Sirach out of the Apocrypha.
Go ahead.
Book of Sirach. Is yours working?
Come on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure.
Read.
And he that hath little business shall become wise.
Right. Right. So he that have he that have little wisdom shall become wise. Said the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. Right. And he that have little business shall become wise. So you being able to be, to be able to, work your business and still be able to come and do the will of the Most High, that's great, right? That don't mean stay home and don't work and just be studying all day. That don't mean that, right? Read on.
How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks?
Right. How can you get wisdom that holdeth the plow. What's he talking about? What's the plow? Yona, what's the plow? Work. All you do come out your mouth. Yeah, I gotta go over there. They asked me to be the manager. They asked me to be the supervisor. Yeah, I gotta go over there and do that. And then I gotta stay there a little extra hours. I gotta bring my laptop at home. You know, I gotta put in some reports. Yeah, man. Hey, brother. Yeah, what about this scripture right here? I need some understanding. Not right now, brother, because I got my laptop out and I gotta put my report in with you know what I'm saying? Like, what you got going on? If you engulf with work, how can you expect to get wisdom? Read that again, 25.
Verse 25.
Uh-huh.
How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow,
Uh-huh.
and that glorieth in the goad,
Right.
that driveth oxen,
Right.
and is occupied in the labors,
Mm-hmm.
and whose talk is a bullock?
Right, who's talking to bullocks? Like you get, oh yeah, yeah, I got that new job. You ain't come outside, check out my new ride, right? Check out my new spot. Check out my new honey I got. You know, check out this, check out that. This is what I got for my labor. But what about the labor for the work, for the Most High, right? What he said, many are called, few are chosen. He said the harvest is plenty, but the laborers is what? Few. Because people are not laboring to do the work of the Most High. That's the issue. People know about the Most High. They know they're Israel, but they don't want to do the work. Okay, at one point I was doing 2 and 3 classes at one time a week, right? You know, we got to put in the labor, man. We got to be laboring. You got to be laboring. I know a sister asked me one time, she said, if I want a husband, what kind of man should I be looking for? I said, you should be looking for a man that's laboring in the word of Yah. Period. That's number one. That's number one. I don't care if he got a PhD or he don't have none of that stuff. Look for a man that is laboring in the word of Yah first. Then all those other things you can work out. Okay? Because that, you know, he's going to be truthful to the Most High, going to be truthful with you and be wise with you, and he's going to treat you like a wife should be treated. Right? You pick a Negro on the street, then good luck. Make sure you got a lot of money for weed and video games, all right? All right? And a big screen TV. All right? And you know you got to have that bottle. All right? Pastor Cavassier. But that's all you're going to be getting. If you're lucky, you get that. You might get that Easy Jesus, that E&J, that cheap stuff. So, if that's what you want, go right ahead. So a lot of times women, after they done pick what they got, now they got a problem with it. Right? But if you were to seek wisdom, seek righteousness, counsel, then, you know, before you make that decision, then you to think about it. Right? Don't come complain to me after you done made decisions. You did that. I didn't do that. You know, I didn't tell you to pick that joker. You did. All right, you're going to hold that precept out. I want to get to that, but you're going to get me go someplace else. I ain't going there. All right? But we're talking about the laborers, right? The laborers, because what? The people was complaining. They were murmuring. They were murmuring because they were down there at the sea. They see the war coming. What do you think you're dealing with? You with the Most High. The Most High got you. He carrying you out. He showed you all the miracles in Egypt. He got you out of Egypt. Y'all down at the water. Y'all about to get out of here. You know? And they still down there complaining, talking about, man, Moses, you brought us out here to die. Right? It's a crying shame.
They seen the cloud by day.
Of course, they ain't pay that no mind, man.
They got the cloud right there with them.
Yeah.
They got scared.
Okay, let's go back. Chapter and verse.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 12. Is not this the word that we did tell thee in the land of Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness.
They'd rather be here. Serving, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a repeat of this thing. Y'all be reading it now, and you're gonna be saying, damn. Y'all gonna be saying words like that sound like deja vu. Right? Because you're going to be hearing the same thing when it's time for us to get out of here. Right? With the foolishness. Oh, man, they could have let us die right here on Broward Boulevard. You know what I mean? You know, let us alone.
At least Broward Boulevard got checkers.
Yeah, at least the Broward got the checkers down the block. Right? If I want to get a little smoke, got a little spot over there, you know, I give me a spot, go to the spot, check my man out.
The liquor store.
I got the liquor store. You know what I mean? Right? And if you're looking for some action, somebody always walking down the block. Right? Let us alone. We doing good over here. Our people don't know the kingdom of heaven. We don't know anything about being in the kingdom or doing anything because we are so engulfed with the things that are happening in this world. Right? But we must separate ourselves from this world. Read on now.
Verse 13.
Okay.
And Moses said unto the people,
right?
Fear ye not.
Uh-huh.
Stand still and see the salvation of the Most High.
What does salvation mean? What does salvation mean? Yes.
Luke chapter 1 verse 7.
No. Just tell me.
To be saved from your troubles.
Right. Salvation is deliverance from evil. So that's why he's telling them that what? He said, Moses said unto people, fear ye not. Right? Fear ye not. Stand still and see the salvation of the Most High. See this deliverance from the Most High. Right? Read on.
Which he will show to you today.
Right?
For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today,
right?
Ye shall see them again no more forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Right. He said the Egyptians that you see today, you're not going to see them no more. Forever. I'm going to show you something. This is going to be the biggest one out of all of them. I show you those little miracles. I made a hellfire. You know, I made the firstborn, the beast to die, the firstborn son to die out of Egypt. You know, he done a lot of things. The frog, the locust, the lice. You know what I mean? But this one right here, oh, this is going to be the big one. This is the doozy right here. Right? I'm going to deliver you out of Egypt. I'm going to bring you to salvation. Deliverance from evil. That means you're moving away from your evil. I'm delivering you away from your evil. And when the Most High, when somebody has a power over you like that, that's a power that you should fear. That's a power that you need to serve. That's the only power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because he's given us the salvation. Israel is getting salvation at this particular time, right now. All right, read on.
The Most High shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
Right, the Most High is going to fight for us. We don't have to say nothing. Right? We don't have to fight. We don't have to yell at Egypt. We don't have to do anything. The Most High is going to do everything. Read.
And the Most High said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward.
Right, read on.
But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea,
right,
and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea.
You can imagine that? He said, stretch the rod out, right? And the sea will open up and the children of Israel is going to go on dry ground. This is the sea. Anybody know the difference between the sea and lake? There's a big difference? What's the difference? How deep it is, right? Sea is deep. Very deep. Massive. People get lost in the sea. There's a place in the sea that where we live at right now called the Bermuda Triangle. Right? As the Bermuda Triangle is so big, right, that you see those boats these guys be driving around, the F-250. You know, they be having a boat on the back. They be towing them on 95 with the turnpike. You see them, right? They have big, and they be having them big motors. You know what that is in that triangle? You know what that is? An ant. That's about the size of it. It's an ant in the middle of that triangle. That's how big the triangle is. That's why I'm giving you a comparison. You see those big boats on the highway. You see them driving up. Damn, that's a big boat. Man, that's a 30-footer. Ooh, that thing is huge. That boat in the triangle is an ant. So if you're standing up and you're walking, can you see an ant across the floor? Not all the time. Sometimes you can see them. So that's why when they get lost at sea, what happens to them? They never find them. All right. So because of that space is so huge, the next surrounding places around there are so far apart. A lot of times they get lost. Okay, another place is big like that. Another sea. What other sea is big like that? The one where that plane went down. You remember when the plane went down? The plane over the Malaysia. You remember that? What sea was that? Anybody remember? Was that? No. Was the Indian Sea?
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean? It's another one. Did they find it? All right. Thank you very much. That plane, but this is about the size of a cockroach. Maybe even about the size of an ant too. These places are huge. We have more water on this earth than land. Everybody understand that? Right. So those planes, when they go down, or like a ship, it goes down, they can't find it. It takes them a very long time to find those things. That's why they create things like the black box or these little devices, so that way the satellite can put a signal on the GPS and pinpoint around about where it might be. Yes.
The earth is considered 75% water.
Right, the earth is considered about 75% water. I could go with that. Right? So I'm trying to get you a picture of imagining that sea opening up. This thing is huge, a huge body of water on each side. Yeah, look at that. That's a very good picture. Thank you, Captain Bayath. That's a very good picture, right? And that ground that they're walking on is dry. But I tell you, that must be beautiful to walk between that, to feel that breeze come off that water. Right? Can you imagine that? That is powerful, because we serve the most powerful being in the universe, Yahweh. Nobody's higher than him. Who's the power?
Yahweh is the power.
Bahashem. That's right. We serve the power, man. So these people, of course, of our people, we lack faith. Is the reason why we still want to be here and be in this condition that we in, because we lack faith. It's a severe lack of faith. All right? We got to remember that what? Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem us out of this captivity. When? We don't know, but we got to serve him as if he's coming tomorrow. Because we don't know the hour. He doesn't even know the hour. Okay? So let's go back. So, verse 17.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians.
Right.
And they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen.
Right. So, even during this time, when we're about to go into between the sea walls, and we're about to cross over, the Most High still putting the spirit on Pharaoh to harden his heart. Why is he doing all this? To show Israel his power. And show them, look, I'm pardoning his heart. He's still coming after you. Look at him. And look how powerful I am. I'm delivering you out. The Most High is like the screenwriter, man. He's always writing everything out. Right? He's getting everything prepared. Yes, Captain.
It's almost like he put the game on all Madden.
Yeah. Yeah, he put the game on All Madden. That's a good example. Right? You be fighting. You never win against that All Madden. All Madden tear you up, boy. Right? You know, you be doing all kind of stuff. You be yelling at the screen, that's fake. That's fake. Right? Right? All right? And the Most High is going to be the winner no matter what. So he's setting the whole screenplay, man. But all this is that we show, that we turn around, we look and we glorify him and say, wow, you are the power. You're the one. Right? And you come first among everything that we do. We got to answer to first. So he's using this power. This is the reason why he's doing all these things. Somebody texted me a question last week, asked me that. Why the Most High did that? Why did he do that with Abraham? You know, the Most High wants us to earn it. This ain't no freebies. Where in your house you can go by and get anything in your house free? If it is, something's wrong with your home. Right? Because when I was growing up, I know if I wanted something, I had to work for it. And you teach your children that. Still to this day. They want something, I want $10. I want to go buy ice cream. I want to go buy this. Or they're in school. I want to go buy something. They have a book sale. Okay? All right, you doing good in school? Where's your grades at? Right? What's going on with you? You clean up your room, you're doing your chores. And then what happens when your child does that? You reward them. So Israel doing what they're supposed to do, what the Most High going to do? He's going to reward us. What is our reward? The kingdom. I don't see a greater reward than that, man. Anybody can think of one greater than the kingdom? I don't know. Being here on earth and you don't have to get up and go to work. I know my brother right here always talk about work. He said no. No. Work is an abomination. I got it. I understand. Right? But in the kingdom of Yah, we won't have to worry about. Our work will be direction. We'll be telling, okay, take care of that. You'll have somebody taking care of that for you. You don't have to tell them anything. You cough. There it is. The water right here. That's it. That's the kingdom. People working for you. You doing Yah's will. Right? But the kingdom starts here, within you. But our people, we lack faith. Just like the people in Egypt, they lack faith. Our people here, they lack faith. So the Most High, what he did, he showed the power. See, Moses didn't. Let me ask you a question. Did Moses have faith? Somebody shaking their head, yes. Yonah. Moses had faith? Aaron, they had faith in the Most High? Huh? God? Why? I don't believe they have faith. Why did they have faith? What? Go ahead.
He didn't know. Isn't that why he's trying to push you on to his brother?
No. At this particular time, they leaving out of Egypt right now.
They got all the stuff right in front of them.
Why you need faith? He's standing right there. Right? Moses went to the bush. He went up to get the 10 Commandments. Why do you don't need faith now. We're the ones that need faith. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Moses seen. He's seen everything. It's right there in front of him. He ain't lack no faith. The people lack faith because they didn't see Yah. They didn't see his will. They didn't see the burning bush. They didn't see those commandments. Well, we haven't got there yet when they give them the commandments, but it's coming. Right? Moses didn't need to have faith. Yah was standing right there. He said, I met Moses when? Face to face. So there's no reason for him to have faith. The people is he's trying to win over now at this point. They lack faith severely. This is why he had to keep harder than Pharaoh's heart. To keep Pharaoh keep coming after him so he keeps showing these miracles. It's like he's fixing a fight.
Like when Christ told the disciples, why should you fast? I'm here with you.
Right. Why you gonna fast? You stand next to the bridegroom. What are you fasting for? I'm right here. Just ask what you want. You're right. That doesn't make no sense. That's how you know the simplicity of our people. Right? We lack faith. That's a severe thing that's happening in our nation. That's why our nation is not growing in the spirit that it needs to. Because we lack faith. We don't believe that there is another place beyond what we have right here. This is it. The hood is good. What Esau had given us, food stamps, Section 8, and coronavirus relief fund, this is it. This is the kingdom. Yeah. You have to believe that because when they offer these things, our people are the first one. You know, calling you on the phone, hey, listen, get your rent paid. Right? Right? They put extra money on them food stamps. right? You glorifying what's going on with Esau giving you, but you still not doing the will of Yah. So in this situation, Moses did not have to have faith, because everything was right there given to him. The Most High told him, stretch forth the rod, the sea gonna open up, let's go. Tell the people forward, and they're gonna follow. Very simple. Everybody got me? Read on now.
Verse 18. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them.
Right. So we just read in 1 Corinthians, right, the 10th chapter, right? What was that pillar of cloud? By day and the fire by night. It was on Mashiach Yahushua. He was there. His angel was there watching over us. And when we passed through the sea, what did Yahushua do? He came behind us. So that the chariots, the 600 horsemen, would not come and attack us from behind in the sea. They couldn't get past that pillar of fire. Right? Read on.
And it came between the camp of the Egyptians,
right,
and the camp of Israel.
Right, and it came between the two camps. So the Egyptians can't touch Israel. Read.
And it was a cloud and darkness to them.
But
it gave light by night to these. So that the one came not near the other all the night.
Right. So even to them traveling, because I mean, when you read this, you're really reading it. When you're looking at it, it wasn't a simple just a walk like that. Like they just went through in 15 minutes. It was on the other side. Look at what he said. Read it again. Now. Read it again. Yeah. Read it again. That wasn't no spring chicken walk. Read.
Verse 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians,
okay,
and the camp of Israel,
okay,
and it was a light, and it was a cloud and a darkness to them,
right,
but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night.
Right. So they kept each other separate all night. So he made sure that what the children of Israel was going to pass through, right, between the Red Sea, and that the Egyptians were not able to come after them.
One was the dark and one was the
Yeah, it was the light, keeping it all separate, right? They had the light going on all day, and the other ones in the dark. They finished, right? They couldn't get through. They couldn't get through nothing. They couldn't do nothing. Couldn't touch us, right? No weapon formed against you shall prosper, right? Read on.
Verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Most High caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land. And the waters were divided.
Read.
And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground.
Right.
And the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left.
Right.
And the Egyptians pursued, and went in after them to the midst of the sea.
Right.
Even all of Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen.
Right.
And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Most High looked unto the host of the Egyptians through.
Read that again, 24.
And it came to pass that in the morning
watch.
In the what? In the morning watch.
He said in the morning. You guys was traveling, man. You know, how long do you think it's going to take? 600,000 footmen and women and men, elders and children and horses and camels to travel across a sea. It's going to take a while. You know, it's not a 15-minute walk. It's not an hour walk. You know, this thing took some time. All right? Just want to get you a mental picture. This thing wasn't something that was quick. As you see, he said the morning. Now the morning came, and what happened? Read.
That in the morning watch, the Most High looked unto the host of the Egyptians, and troubled the host of the Egyptians.
Right? So the
And
Most
took-
High looked through he used Yahushai, he used his eyes. The eyes of Yahushai report back to the Most High and told him what was going on. Read.
And took off their chariot wheels,
Uh-huh.
that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Most High fighteth for them against the Egyptians.
Right. So they realized and say, you know what? Their God is the true God. Because the Egyptians had many gods, and they called on many gods, they did many worships. But he said, at this point, you know, this is another reason why Most High was showing his power. And so that also the Egyptians see, the world to see, that what? He is the power. There is none like him. Right? And everyone should fear him. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High said unto Moses,
What did he say?
Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians,
Mm-hmm.
upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen.
Right?
And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength
Right?
when the morning appeared,
Okay.
and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Most High overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
Right?
And the waters returned and covered the chariots, and the horsemen, and all the hosts of Pharaoh
Right?
that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them.
So, there, as they say, no survivors. All right? As they say, that would be ground zero for the Egyptians. All right? Read.
But the children of Israel walked upon dry land
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Most High saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore.
Right.
And Israel saw that great work which the Most High did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Most High and believed the Most High and his servant Moses.
Right. So at this point now, that was the ultimate proof to Israel that this is it. Moses got the power from the Most High. The Most High is the power. He's Yahweh. You know what I mean? And now he saved our life from the Egyptians, that we never see them again. The Egyptians, their bodies flew up on the shore. Their chariots, some of them were floating in the water. They saw all of that. So they saw the Egyptians get destroyed right before their face. And at that point they said, well, you know what? This is the power. Right? This is the power. This is it. Yeah.
They actually found like artifacts.
Yes. I was about to say that. Yes. They did find some of the chariots, the wheels and stuff like that, that was in the sea. Right? Yeah. They actually found some of those things. Still exist today. So, which is telling you that this is not a storybook. This is not story time. This is not Blue's Clues. You know? This is not Mr. Rogers, read the book. You know what I mean? Hi, neighbor. No. This is reality. This is the truth. Right? That's why we call this the truth, because this is Israel. We're the truth. Right? So let's go to 15. Exodus 15, verse 1. So now, the Most High got Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right? But last portion, y'all should have brought out how we borrowed the Jews, right? Yeah, we borrowed the Jews that, you know, they're from the Egyptians. A lot of them just say, hey man, this will look nice around your neck, and we put it around our neck and we wore it and it was out. So we got out of Egypt, we got all the stuff that we had, and now at the end, we watched the Most High do that last powerful miracle to show that he's power. And what did he do? Get us out of Egypt through the Red Sea. And now, what do we do after something happened like that? That's it. We gotta make up a song. The song. Why do we make up a song? Why do we do that? We could show glory to the Most High by singing a song, but why make up a song about the event? That's right. Because to remind us of the story. Right? always to remind us. Whenever something happens, we make up a song and we sing that song, right? Okay. Now I know there's many songs in the Bible, many songs in the scriptures, but we have to have a song to walk around the walls of Jericho. No, I know. No song. But we gotta have one, right? I'm sure there's one in there somewhere, right? But we marched around them walls came down, cut? All right. You know what I mean? They ain't come down because you know, we were banging on it with sticks. You know, because we had faith. We knew the power, and the power was gonna bring them walls down. We actually, what were we doing when we was walking around the wall? That's right. An instrument, right? We were blowing. That's how powerful that trumpet is. I always keep telling you, the trumpet, the shofar, these things are very powerful in the scriptures. That's why when last time the brothers went to Israel, you know, they came in with staves, they came in all kind of different weapons. But one thing they could not come through that wall with, and that was what? The shofar. You cannot pass through that place with the armed guards when they got the shofar. You come through there with anything else you want. But you coming in probably with a Glock, and they'll let you in there. But you ain't letting them in with that shofar. That shofar is worse than the Glock, because you could sound the alarm, and then it'll be on. So these people know that. Okay? So now we have Exodus 15 verse 1. So we made it out of the Red Sea, and now we're going to come up with this song. We're going to find out who made this song too. Come on.
The book of Exodus chapter 15 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song.
What did he say?
Unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh,
right?
For ye have triumphed gloriously.
Wait, that sounds familiar. Go ahead.
The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
You see that? Y'all thought I made that song up. Right? You thought it was all me, and they said, oh yeah, the minister must have came up with that one. That's a good one. I didn't make that song up. All right? When we read the scriptures, we're going to find out who made the song up and who was singing it. Read on.
Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea.
Hold on. Skip. Read verse 2 out.
Come. Verse 2. The Most High is my strength and my song. And he has become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him in habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him.
Right. Read.
The Most High is a man of war.
He's a man of what?
Of war.
When they seen that happen, they said, this dude is a man of war. Can you imagine? See, a lot of times people pull a scripture, they're like, yeah, the Most High is a man of war. But you didn't really think about, why did they say that? Why did they say he was a man of war? Because why? After he put the Egyptians through all that stuff, at the end, he destroyed every last one of them jokers. The Most High is a bloody man. You know what I mean? He will destroy you. He's a destroyer. He don't have to touch you. Prophet Isaiah said it best through the Spirit of the Most High. He said, I will not meet you as a man. He don't have to come down here and do nothing. Right? I sent a video out to Bayath. I don't know who else I sent it to. I don't know if I sent it to you. That the Most High in the scripture said he will send the wild beasts after you. I seen two Edomites like having breakfast with, living a super rich and delicious life. And they sitting there eating breakfast and two giraffes came over. And they went and fed them something. And the lady tried to feed something to one of the other giraffes instead of feeding it to the one that was next to her. And that joker bust her right in the head with the mouth. Wham! Right? I said, that's good for you. That's what they call a warm up for what's gonna come in the future. Right? So you mess around with these animals, boy, they don't play around. And when the Most High get an order, they're gonna be in trouble. So he said the Most High is a man of war. Read.
Yahweh is his name.
Right. And when you look up in the Hebrew, it says Yahweh is his name. So I know a lot of times people call him all these other different names, but Yahweh is the name, is his name there. Okay, hold that real quick. And let me look at, I got a precept here, I don't know what it is. Let's look at Numbers 21. Let's see. 14, yeah. Yeah, read that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 21, verse 14. Wherefore it is said in the book of wars.
Wherefore it said what?
In the book of wars.
Wherefore it said in the book of wars what?
Of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
What he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Arnon.
Right. So he's going back to what? What he did in the Red Sea. Right? This in the, and he say in the what? In the book. So we have books then? We wrote stuff down. Right. Things were documented. That's why you're going to learn in Israel. A lot of times, you know, Esau, he teaches us that, you know, that we were like Barney Rubble and Fred Flintstone, right? That we didn't understand things or they like to look at us as being Africans. You ever see that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? Right? And the guy running around chasing a Coca-Cola bottle and a little thing around his jammy. You never seen that, huh? Everybody pull it up for me. The gods must be crazy, right? And you're running around with a peasy head. That's not us. All right? That's not us. That's not Israel. That's, yeah, drinking all kind of foolishness, right? And they had this bottle, Coca-Cola bottle, and we run around chasing it like a damn clown. No. Drop it out of the, yeah. And you, right. There you go. See, they got a movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy, right? Yeah, so just like make it seem like we damn retarded or something. We're not these people, right? We don't run around with a grass skirt on, with no shirt on, right? Our people, I know, I see them in the hood. They walk around no shirt on. They look like one of these people. They might be one of them Canaanites. I don't know. Might get mixed up. Okay. You see somebody do something crazy out of nowhere. You might be a Canaanite, but that's another story. Anyway, he said, wherefore it is said in the book of wars of the Most High, what he did in the Red Sea, right? And out of the brooks of Arnon. So let's go back. Let's go back to Exodus 15, verse 4.
Book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 4. Pharaoh's chariots and his host have he cast into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea.
Right. His chosen captains, all them jokers, drowned in the sea. Read on.
The depths have covered them.
Mm-hmm.
They sank into the bottom as a stone.
Damn. That's bad when you sink like a stone. That's like how I swim. Go ahead.
Thy right hand, O Most High,
is
become glorious in power.
Right.
Thy right hand, O Most High, have dashed in pieces the enemy.
That's right. The Most High dashed in pieces the enemy. Read on.
And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble.
Right.
And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together. The flood stood upright as an heap. And the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake,
right.
I will divide the spoil,
right.
My lust shall be satisfied upon them.
Right. That's what the enemy said. Read.
I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them.
Right.
Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters.
Right. So they had all these things in their mind that they're gonna come and take us and spoil us. And they're gonna destroy us. They're gonna separate us. They're gonna do all these things. And what? The Most High had another plan. All right. Read on.
Who is like unto thee, O Most High?
Right.
Among the powers.
Read that again.
Who is like unto thee, O Most High? Among the powers.
Read it as it's written.
Who is like unto thee, O Most High? Among the gods.
Right. Who is like him among the gods of this world? Who is like the Most High? Name one. Name one. Caesar Borgias? Huh? The god of the lotto? A lot of people. Buddha? Is he like on the Most High? Read that again now. As it's written. Read it again.
Who is like unto thee, O Most High, among the gods?
Hold on. Give me Psalms 97. You know what I want. You already know. There we go. That's right. Where's my lamination? Let me see if I can find it. Most High is showing his power right now.
Book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 4. For the Most High is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
You hear that? The Most High is greatly to be praised. Right on time. Right on top. Okay.
For all the gods of the nations.
All the what?
For all the gods of the nations.
All the gods of the nations, read.
Are idols.
Are what?
Are idols.
I don't care what you got going on. All the gods of the nations. Buddha, Elam got a god. These East Indians got a god. That woman with all the hands. All them gods. There's a book right now that we have right at the headquarters. It's called the Encyclopedia of Gods. Over 2,500 deities of the world. Okay? And they got it in alphabetical order. So you can look up what God you want to serve. Right? Whatever God, you go from A to Z. Right? But we only serving the true and living God. That's right. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Con? Right? We're not serving no fake God, right? We're not serving no Buddha. We're not serving none of those things. But the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The same power that brought our ancestors out of Egypt. Con? All right, read on now. Oh, that was it on that. Go back. So the Most High exalted, and he's showing his power throughout the nations. Throughout Israel and the nations. So everybody can see. His greatest work is going to be when we get us out of here. That's going to be the greatest work of all time. That they're going to be, let's get it real quick. Let's get it. Now we're talking about it, man. Let's get it. Give me Jeremiah 16:19. I think that's what it is. Give me Jeremiah 16:19. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. As they had to bring it out, bring that out.
Bring that out.
That's right. Is that it? 14.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14.
Read that.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Most High,
What did he say?
that it shall no more be said, the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So it's going to be a time that we talking about Egypt right now, because that's the biggest thing the Most High, he done got us out of Egypt. That was big. That's big right there. He separated, Egypt from us. He had the fire by day, the cloud by night. Yahweh Shai was there with us, got us through that whole thing. We blessed the Most High when we got on the other side, right? He said we was talking about that. Read.
But the Most High liveth,
Uh-huh.
that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
That's going to be the new talk when he bring us up out of the land of the north, out of here. Read.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them,
Okay.
and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right. He's going to bring us again to our land again. Meaning what? A second time. Because we went the first time, we got into the land. He did that when we got us out of Egypt. That's the first time. The second time is when he bring us out of the land of the north. Read.
Behold, I will send for many fishers.
Many what?
Fishers.
Many who?
Fishers.
Right. You go in Taz's trunk, you got a net in there. Right? Got a fishing rod. He's ready to go. Okay? But we are the fishers. Read.
Saith the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And they shall fish them.
Mm-hmm.
And after will I send for many hunters.
Right. So you don't want to be around for the hunters. You want to be for the fishers, right? Because the fishers get you, the man that's fishing, they fishing men. To wake you up and bring you back to the Most High. So when it's time for us to leave out of the land of the north, we go. Con? Stay with me now. Then he said he's going to send many hunters. Read.
And they shall hunt them.
Read.
From every mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And from every hill.
Right.
And out of the holes of the rocks.
Right. So all those people that got up underground bunkers and hide from everybody. You can run, but you can't hide from the Most High. He said if you run in the hills, the holes, the rocks. Read. Oh, that was it? Uh-huh. Yeah, you can finish 17.
verse 17. For mine eyes are upon all their ways.
My eyes are what?
Mine eyes are upon all their ways.
My eyes are upon the ways of what you're doing. When he send them hunters, they know. Get this joker right here. What you got there? Oh yeah, see, they got the cliffs to the rock. They hiding up under there. Esau got cities under there. They spending big money. They got a pool, living lavishly. Most High gonna crush their whole thing. Right? Yeah, Most High gonna crush their whole thing. Yeah, probably send fire. Probably send lava down there. You know, that lava finish you off. You know they don't find you when the lava roll over you. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. There's no bone, no nothing. Nothing. You don't even get no ash. You know when people get cremated, they got ashes left. You don't get that. You're disintegrated. You ever see that guy on the Bugs Bunny in cartoon, the little Martian man? He come out with that big gun. He said, "I'm gonna disintegrate you." Most High gonna say, he gonna discriminate. That's old school, right? You got that big brush on top of his head with the helmet, right? Right? The little Martian. Most High gonna disintegrate you. You finish. These people you can run, but you can't hide from the Most High. He said, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished." Come? All right. So he said he's gonna send hunters. He's gonna send all these people out here. He said, "For my eyes are upon all their ways." Read. Finish 17.
Neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Hold on. It said, "They are not hid from my face."
They are not hid from my face. Neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Right. So neither their iniquity is hid from my eyes. So I see everything. He said his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So the Most High is all seeing. He see your very thoughts. Right? He knew, Yahweh Shai, remember when he was walking, he knew what they was going to ask him before they asked. He said, "I know what you want before you even ask for it." So he know when you're going to go off. He said, "Oh, there you go. You're doing that thing again." Right? Messing around with that strange one. Huh? So these are the things that we got to remember, that we're going to be taken out of the land of the north, and there's going to be no more talk about this Egypt, man. This Egypt going to be old news. Okay? Let's go back. Verse 11. Read again, 15 and 11.
Okay. Book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 11.
Read.
Who is like unto thee, O Yahweh, amongst the gods?
Right.
Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders?
Right.
Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people, which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation.
Right.
The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed.
Right.
The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them.
Right.
All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away.
You see that? You see what he's doing here? The Most High is telling you, all this is a song. We're going into still in the song. We still in the song. He's still telling you that, yo, listen, these people gonna know who I am. I'm Yahweh. I'm the greatest power ever. There's no God like me. All these nations are gonna know. So it's not only he's doing it for Israel, for their faith, but what? He's doing it for all the nations that are upon this earth. That when he get us out of the land of the north, trust me when I tell you, every Moab and everybody gonna be sitting up there saying, that God is a true God.
Like the minister said before, Egypt was the strongest nation. Like the United States is the strongest, country on this earth. So the Most High God made himself known to the Pharaoh by Moses. So everybody knows that the God of Israel destroyed Egypt, and that he destroyed Egypt for the people of Israel. So you hear these people entering Canaan. They're on their way to Canaan. All these other nations, they know about us. It's just that fear.
Right. So everybody gonna know about you. Yeah, everybody gonna know about you. Yeah. Yeah. See, a lot of times our people be on a, you know, they think on a small matter. Like they think like, you know, like some of these people that be drug dealers. You know what I mean? They take over the whole Fort Pierce. Oh, that guy was the biggest drug dealer in Fort Pierce. Now he talking about taking over Port St. Lucie. Now he just went, you ain't hear about that? He killed like 15 brothers over there that was hanging out on the corner. He shut up everybody, took over the whole block. That cat is bad. You know what I mean? So everybody who's come against him, they're going to be like, man, this guy is something else. We got to come right. You know what I mean? So everybody's putting, like he's putting fear in everybody. You know what I mean? But we thinking on a small level. We trying to take over a corner. We trying to take over a city. We're not trying to do none of that. The Most High has made this earth for the children of Israel. We don't want to take over a corner. I don't want Fort Pierce corner. I don't want Martin Luther King corner. I want the planet. Everybody got me? Forget that. The whole entire planet. The North Pole and the South Pole. And we're going to deal with St. Nick. Don't worry about it. I got something for him. All right? When I get there. Yeah.
And, and the way you talking about the power of the Most High, man,
yeah.
It's just like you can't compare yourself. It said he stretched out his hand and the earth just swallowed people. Like
That's it. He stretched out his hand. It's something simple. It's something you stretch your hand out and you just kill 600 people. Just think about that for a minute. Think about what kind of power that is. Okay, go ahead.
I'll get the precept.
No, get it. I'll get it. What is
Joshua chapter 2 verse 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. The book of Joshua chapter 2 verse 8. And before they were laid down, she came up onto them upon the roof. And she said unto the men, I know that the Most High have given you the land.
She said what?
And she said unto the men, I know that the Most High have given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you.
So when Egypt fell as a nation and everybody heard that the God of Israel did that for the Israelites,
right,
they were afraid of the Israelites, man.
That's right.
Because they know we have the Most High God's protection.
Right. Let me read verse 10. No. For we have heard how the Most High dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt. And what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. Right. So the people know the Most High. It's like he marked his territory. You know what I'm saying? Like a dog marks his territory. No other dog come over there once he marked that spot. You come over there as beef, right? The Most High just say, yo, this is it. These my people. These my children. Don't nobody touch my children. Right? See, I don't think I was here. I don't know if we went over that, but remember, go back to the 11th chapter when he said that when we were in Egypt, what did he say? Against the children of Israel, not a dog shall move his tongue. Meaning that nobody ain't going to say nothing about you. Nobody ain't going to say, oh, look at him. He think he all that. No. You ain't going to say none evil about these people. Because these people are the chosen people of God. Watch your mouth, sucker. Right? Right. That's right. That's how it is. Right? Right now, we ain't nothing. They talk about us, call us all kind of Negroes. I was driving the other day, yesterday, and I made a turn. I bust a bad turn too. I was driving, and I realized I need to go back the other way. I was right next to the turning lane. There was a car in the turning lane. There was a car on the right side of me, and the car on the right side stopped to let somebody make a turn to go into the complex. I saw the opportunity. Everybody stopped. I need to make a move. I ain't see nobody coming this way. I just came out of that middle lane, cut that other guy off. He was in a little Mazda Miata, whatever that little car is. I'm driving an E250. You finished. You jump in front of me, and you done. You're gonna be a roach. I'm going to step right on you. I drove and I hit the horn, pop, pop, and I bust at you. I was going to tell him, hold up. And I turn at you, and some guy yell out through the window, I see you can't be doing that. Or something like that. I don't know what he said. I ain't pay him no mind. I kept moving. They'd be lucky. If I was in the world, I'd have flipped in the birdie. But I ain't like that. Right? I'll bust that move, whatever. Right? But it's going to be a time where people like that ain't going to say nothing to me. You know, I'm going to make a move. They're going to say, praise Yah, there he is. Yeah? Ain't going to let me go. And everything's going to be all right, right? Ain't got nothing smart to say. Because he riding in Wellington. And he in a big Chevy 2500 Allison transmission. Whatever he got in there, I don't know. He all souped up with his big tires. Talking crap out the window. So what? You ain't going to be able to say nothing against the children of Israel.
They going to hold their breath.
That's all they can do.
What is going to be, minister?
Hold your breath. Huh?
What is going to be a
Admadium shakwat. That's right. Admadium means everybody stand, and shakwat means quiet. Right? And nobody going to say nothing against you. This is how they talk right now. Like our Amalekite said something about, we ain't nothing but a bunch of monkeys. Right? Call us all kind of names, Negroes and all that. Nobody going to say none of that no more. That's going to be wiped away from their vocabulary. Because the level of respect, we're going to come, we're at the bottom, and we're going to be above the top. Forget the top. We're going to be above the top. Okay? They're going to want to know, are we okay? All right? So let's go back. So just to show that how, that the rumor got around. That we went and did the thing. The Most High was with us. Okay? That's a good precept. Come on.
Book of Exodus chapter 15 verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm. They shall be as still as a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Till thy people pass over, O Most High. Till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased.
Right. Which thou hast what?
Thou hast purchased.
Right. You were bought with a price. You forgot. You forgot what Paul said. Paul said you were bought with a price, man. You got a price on your head. You better serve the Most High. You belong to Him. Everybody got that? You belong to Him. He chose you. You didn't choose Him. Say, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite now, and I'm in the truth. You're in the truth? You're a Hebrew Israelite now? You're the one that was chosen. He chose you. And some of us been the baddest of the baddest out there in the world. And we in here fully turned around. 360 degree. We ain't doing none of that foolishness no more. We walk in a straight and narrow line because we know that what? On the other side of that door is salvation. Read on.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance.
Right.
In a place, O Most High, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Most High, which thy hands have established. The Most High shall reign forever and ever.
How long?
Forever and ever.
For how long?
Forever and ever.
Who got next?
We got next.
What? Who got next?
We got next.
For how long?
Forever and ever.
That's it. Forever and ever. The Most High said He gonna reign forever and forever. Read on.
For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots.
Right. The Most High took out the horse and the chariot. Read.
And with his horsemen into the sea.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to Yahweh,
Right.
for he has triumphed gloriously.
Who did that singing? Miriam. Miriam said, yo, the Most High is triumphed gloriously. Right? Read.
The horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea.
Right. So you pull up the timbrel, she already in the spirit. Alright? Read on.
So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur.
Mm-hmm.
And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water.
Right.
And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah.
Mm-hmm.
And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink?
Right.
And he cried unto the Most High, and the Most High showed him a tree which he had cast into the waters. The waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them.
Mm-hmm.
And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Most High, thy
Right.
power,
Mm-hmm.
and will do that which is right in his sight,
Right.
and will give ear to his commandments,
Right.
and to keep all his statutes,
Okay.
I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am the Most High that healeth thee.
God, the Most High, do what?
Healeth thee.
The Most High, He does the healing. Everybody got that? Right now, Esau's crazy medicine. Right. The Most High does the healing. Okay. And you see how He made the water? It said the water was bitter. Right. It wasn't good for them to drink. It was going to make them sick. So the Most High, what? He put a tree in there to make the water sweet. So they're able to drink it. You know what I mean? So He cleansed the water. Everybody got that? All right. Read.
Verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And they came to Elim, where 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees. And they encamped there by the waters.
So, okay, so they came to Elim, where there were 12 wells of water. So, you know, a well, you know, water, and what? 70 trees. How many is that? Huh? So that's a lot of trees. So we should be eating good, right? And they encamped there by the waters, so they were good. Right, read on. Going into chapter 16.
And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin,
Mm-hmm.
which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the 2nd month, and did a party out of the land of Egypt.
Right, so even, see now, I want you to look at this for a second. It said on the 15th day of the 2nd month. So obviously at this point, someone is keeping track of the time and the months. All right? So at this point, you know, huh? Well, yeah, they already know when the new moon is, but at this point, we're not keeping it. But they know that when the beginning of the month is and when the 15th of the month is. The changing of the moon. All right? Go ahead.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to the Most High we had died by the hand of the Most High in the land of Egypt.
Right.
When we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Right. So now look at them now. Back to the same old thing again, huh? Yeah, show the miracle, got you out of here. See what happens? It's a cycle. Right? Soon something goes bad, here we go, you know? You know, you gotta say something crazy about the Most High. Right? He said, and the children of Israel said unto them, would the Most High we had died by the hand of the Most High, we'd have got out of Egypt. Okay, we good. Then we sat by the flesh pots when we eat bread and we were full. We were full in Egypt. Now they brought us out here in the wilderness to bring us to die of hunger. How can you even say anything like that when you know the Most High? He just gave you, said you were thirsty. Now you gave you water. You said you want to get away from Egypt. The Most High got you out of Egypt. Said you were hungry, you thirsty, you got everything you need. And you still.
It make it sound like they were chilling in Egypt.
They make it seem like, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They make it seem like Egypt was the best thing that ever happened to them. That's why our people here in America, that's why they don't adhere to this word. Because they think that this is the best thing that ever happened to us. You know what's this? You know what the number one best thing that ever happened to us? We got a black president, Barack Obama. Our people are happy about that. You know, and the second best thing, we got more money on the food stamp card. Right? This. I mean, you laughing, but this is serious talk. Our people are caught up with the garbage that what it is the crumbs that fall off the master's table. We are happy with the least amount of things, right? Little petty stuff that they may throw at us. All right? We happy with that. But here we talking about telling you that come into your lineage, come into your history, and that you may be able to go out and now, receive your salvation through Hamashiach Yahushai and be in the kingdom with Yahushai and serve him. You rather be here doing this right here, getting full. Yeah, I had some Little Caesar pizza, or I had this pizza, or I went to Benihana's. I spent $500 in there. We had a big bottle. We was popping bottles. Pastor Cavassier, Yeah, our people, they love that. Can you tell them that Yahushua is coming back and he coming to take us out of here and then we got to go in the wilderness again? They don't want to hear that. This story that we're reading about, history is going to repeat itself. We must go back into that wilderness again. This time I think it's going to be worse than the first. Because back then in Egypt, we didn't have air conditioning. We didn't have fancy cars. We didn't have big houses. We didn't have all this stuff. These jokers are spoiled. We're going to have to leave all this nice stuff behind. And Yahushua said it best. No man looking back with his hand to the plow is fit for the kingdom. Okay? So, you're going to be finished, man. Yeah, you're going to be finished. You love this place. So, you better start separating yourself. The Most High told you to separate yourself anyway. All right? So, go ahead. Let's go back. So, verse 4, 16 and 4.
Verse 4. Then said the Most High unto Moses,
right?
Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you.
Wait a minute. They're hungry, and they talking about bringing bread from heaven? Bread, as far as I know, you had to put flour, to add the water, and, baking soda. You had to put it in the oven, let it bake, let it rise. You mean tell me the Most High gonna bring bread and send it down from heaven? Eating angels' food, huh? Oh my gosh. Read that again now.
Verse 4. Then said the Most High unto Moses,
what did he say?
Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day.
Right.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Here it comes.
And it shall come to pass.
Hold on. Don't go too fast. Right there. It's right there. He said, listen what he said. He said, the people shall go out and gather certain rate every day. Right? That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. He said he's going to prove us. He wants us to see what we're going to do. What we're going to grab. Right? Let me give you a story. What happens now? What happened when the coronavirus first hit? What's the first thing we ran out of? The toilet paper. Right? What do people do? Did they gather a certain amount so that they can have in their home for their family? What do they do? They went buck wild and they took everything. They didn't care. They didn't give a damn about this person over here and that person over there. Right? The Most High, you see what y'all doing. He see the evil that you're doing. He checking you out. Right? Going buck wild, getting the hand sanitizer. You gotta have like 50 bottles of hand sanitizer. Why? 50 bottles? They were bathing in it? They were bathing in the. You put that much hand sanitizer in the tub and jump in there, you find out you might come out looking like Esau. Right? Might lose your pigmentation, right? The toilet paper. I think it was personally, I think it was something that had to do with the stock market. I think somebody put a rumor out there and somebody made an investment and toilet paper sold and somebody got seriously paid. Somebody sit on the yacht with the helicopter on top of the yacht, sitting up there eating cheese and expensive wine, while we sit up here buying up all the toilet paper. Yes, I know you gotta go ahead.
But that's why I tell you, like, we ready for the wilderness because I was the only one grabbing the leaves, right? We was all using. I used some struggles.
He was getting ready. So, I just wanted to make a point here of what he's saying in the fourth verse. 16 and 4. He said, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them, whether they will walk in my law or no. Read on that. There's more.
Verse 5.
Why is he saying this? Read.
And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day.
On what day?
The 6th day.
On who day?
On the 6th day.
What's so important about the 6th day? What is that day called? The day of preparation. On the 6th day, read.
They shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
Right, because when you went out to gather stuff, you got out stuff daily. You didn't go in there and grab a whole heap like you're going crazy. You got what you needed for the day and you was good. But when it come time to the 6th day, you got to grab what? A double portion. Right? Read.
And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that the Most High brought you out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So he sent down this bread. We got the bread, and we got all the bread prepared. And on the 6th day, we got a double portion because we know why. On the 7th day, we can't go gather bread. Con? We can't go out there and do any of that. Why? Because it's coming on the Shabbat, the day of rest. Everybody understand? All right, read on.
And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
For that ye heareth your murmurings against the Most High. And what are we that ye murmur against us?
Right. So the Most High, he hear you. I hear people say, well, I deal with the Most High when I get there. You heard that too, right? You know somebody's wicked when they say that. You know the wickedness of man's heart when they say, well, I'll deal with the Most High when I get there. You know what I mean? And when somebody say that, that's when you know. That's a sign right there. The light should go off on top of your head. Bing! Right? That this person has got the spirit of the devil. Straight up. Because you can't deal with the Most High with anything. The Most High deals with you. Right? At any point in time, like I mentioned before, he said, I don't have to meet thee as a man. You know what I mean? He can send wild teeth, beast, send a spirit of delusion, right? He can do all kind of things to you. How you all jacked up. Let me tell you something. Don't you see, a lot of times the Christian church have their favorite saying. Let me tell you one of their favorite sayings. One of them is, come as you are, but the Bible don't tell you that, right? Right? And the other one is, God can't give you nothing you can't handle. I said, oh yeah? Ask them jokers out there on the street, walking out there with no legs, asking you for 50 cents. You think he want to be out there? I don't know. Somebody out there who got no arms and no legs, permanently in a wheelchair. Somebody who's terminally ill from the day they was born, trapped in their own body. Think they want to be like that? Most High ain't gonna give you nothing you can't handle. Oh yeah? Check this out. Hold that down. Bring that out. Right? A lot of our people, they get caught up with these sayings, but these sayings are not biblical. Okay? What Bayath putting up there? He's putting something up there. All right. Read on. So the Most High hear these murmurings that you got here, so cut it out. Read.
Book of Exodus chapter 16 verse 8.
Read on.
And Moses said, This shall be, when the Most High shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full.
Right.
For that the Most High heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him.
Right.
And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Most High.
Right. So this is what Moses telling them and Aaron. You murmuring against us, but you're not murmuring against us. Who are you murmuring against? That's where it's going to. So like when you do something against men that teach the word, or you talk about men who teach this word, oh that nigga ain't nothing, oh he ain't crap. You ain't saying he ain't crap. The Most High, you talking about the Most High. Because the Most High chose this man to do some work. The Most High chose this brother to do this work. He chose this sister to do this work. When you speak upon her, you speak upon him, you speak upon the Most High. Then Yahweh say, when you see me, you see my Father. Right? You can't go to the Father but by me. This whole book is written of him. Read on.
Verse 9. And Moses spake unto Aaron, Say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before the Most High, for we have heard your murmurings.
Right.
And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Most High appeared in the cloud. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At even you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread.
Right.
And you shall know that I am the Most High your power.
You see that? He say, you know, you're going to eat flesh, you're going to eat this food, and you're going to be full. You're going to know. I'm the Most High because I'm the one provided that for you. Read on.
And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground.
Right.
And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna. For they wist not what it was.
Right.
And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Most High hath given you to eat.
Right. The Most High given them to eat. Read.
This is the thing which the Most High hath commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating.
Right.
An omer for every man, according to the number of your persons.
Right.
Take ye every man for them which are in his tents.
Right. So the Most High has given them a measurement on what to take in your tents. If it's you, your wife, and you got 2 children, you need to take one for each one. And you take the bread, enough for you guys to eat. And what he gave them? Quail. See, the quail's enough to cover the whole camp. So that's like how we have the hooks chicken. We get the chicken, it's the same thing. Right? It's a bird. So we had quail. Anybody here ever ate quail? Where you been, man? What's got going on? You gotta eat the quail, huh?
How was it?
It's good. Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Right? Tastes like chicken. Tastes just like chicken, huh? You know, that's how people love this chicken so much. Because it reminds us of the quail, man. Tastes the same way, huh? Maybe one new moon we'll have it, man. We'll get some quail, we'll stew it up, you know what I mean? And we'll have y'all over and have this quail. But they had the quail and they had the bread. They had the manna from heaven. You know? Read on, man.
And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating.
Right.
And Moses said, Let no man leave of it till the morning.
Okay.
Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses,
Okay.
But some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms, and stank. And Moses was wroth with them.
See, you see what happened when you don't listen? The Most High said, don't leave, through the Spirit of the Most High, he spoke on to Moses and said, don't leave any behind. Because you know that thing is going to be stinking up the place. And I can imagine a fly start coming. But once a dead animal, once some dead food is around or the food is like wasted, the worms come up and he said what? It started stinking. So other creatures start coming around want to eat. You know what I mean? Yeah, all kind of different things. Yeah.
They're in the wilderness as well.
Yeah, in the wilderness. So a lot of things can happen out there. Read 21.
Verse 21. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man.
Right.
And the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses.
Right.
And he said unto them, This is that which the Most High have said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto you, unto the Most High.
Right.
Bake that which ye will bake today, and seed that ye will seed, and keep that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
Right. So this is talking about what? Preparing for the Shabbat. Every man take 2, omers. There's a measurement, okay, of bread or the manner, and you got them 2 things and you brought them in the home and you got them prepared. This is what we should be doing, preparing for the Shabbat on Thursday. Everybody understand that? So we get the food, we get all our stuff what we're going to eat, and then we prepare it, and we get it done, and then we bring it here. Everybody got that? All right, go ahead.
24.
Mm-hmm.
And they laid it up till the morning as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Most High.
Right.
Today you shall not find it in the field.
Right. So today you're not finding it in the field, read.
6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none.
Right. So 6 days, that's when we do our gathering. We eat every day. We gather our quail, we gather our chicken and bread like we always do. And on the 6th day, we double, right? So that way, when the 7th day comes and the Shabbat comes, we have food for Shabbat. Because the Shabbat is what? What kind of holiday is that? It's a feast day. That's why we eat. It's not a time for fasting. It's not a time for not eating. It's a day that we should be eating. Okay, read on.
And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none.
Okay.
And the Most High said unto Moses, How long refuse ye to keep my commandments?
That's it. How long? How long? How long are we going to continue with this nonsense? Right? So Moses had to ask the people, what y'all got going on? Simple instructions, man. Gather everything on the 6th day, double up, and on the 7th day, you good. It ain't like this captivity we in. On the 6th day, you don't know what's happening to you on the 6th day. You be jammed up. And how you at the job site working 12, 14, 16 hours. Right? How you all fixed up. And you don't know how what's going to happen for you on the 7th day. But preparation is the key. So that's why I pulled that scripture earlier, that how can you be laboring and have the plow, and then you look to seek wisdom? You can't, because you're always laboring. You're always laboring. If you're always laboring, how you have time to do the will of the Most High? If you want something, you got to go through the Most High to get it. If you think you're going to labor and get it, that's on you. Somebody else going to hit you with it. You don't want it from him, because he will require something from you. Yeah. And, so we want to make sure that we're going through our Father, which is Yahweh, through his Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? Read on.
Verse 28.
Yeah, 29. So the Most High said, through the spirit of Moses, Moses said, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? 29. Read.
See, for that the Most High had given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day.
What do the people rest from? People rest from their works.
And there's a scripture too that they usually say, well, you don't supposed to go out on the Sabbath day. The scripture is on the 29 it says something about let no man go out. Let no man go out of his place on the Sabbath day.
That's when they wasn't supposed to be collecting nothing.
Right, that was the whole idea. The reason why he said that, right? And yeah, read 29 again.
Verse 21.
29.
29. See, for that the Most High have given you the Sabbath day.
Right.
The Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place.
Right.
Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day.
Right. So he's telling you, don't go out of your place on the 7th day to go and collect the food. Go and collect the bread or the quail. You were not supposed to do that. Okay? The 7th day, you're supposed to have been at home and you have all your food and everything prepared. Now when it comes time for the reading of the Torah, the reading of the law, right? Then you will come out and then you will hear the readings of the law. All right? But you are not able to just go out there and start picking up bread or looking for food because now you're breaking the Sabbath. Everybody got that? All right. Go ahead. He said, and then it says 30, it says, so the people rested on the 7th day. So we rested from all the work that we did from the first day to the 7th day. Because we did work. We didn't just go out there and just collect bread and quail, to eat. We had to do other things, you know what I mean? What about the cows? You got to deal with the cows. The cows got to eat. The cows need water, you know what I mean? The children need to be fed. They need to be taken care of. There were work. There were things that we were doing. We were working 6 days. Not like the work that we're doing today. The work we do today doesn't benefit us. Everybody understand that? The work that we do today does not benefit us. We don't plant and then we receive. We work and we don't receive. Okay? The prophet said, we work and we got money. It's like we putting that money in a bag with holes. Right? Right? Because all of us there is bills. Yeah. So, what we labor for is our salvation, and we need to put that first. The Most High know you need money. He know you need money before you know it. But what? You got to labor and put this first, this walk, what you have to do for the Most High first. Then all things come after that. All right? When you go to work, if I'm starting a new job, right away, the first thing I bring up is Shabbat. I said, this day I will not be available. Friday evening, sundown till Saturdays. And I have my letter. Got my letter, and I got my stamp on it and everything. And I bring my letter, and it's what it is. And when he tell me, well, we need somebody to work on Saturday, and you need to come in here, and we pay you extra money. We'll give you an extra $500 each Saturday. I said, that sounds lovely. But your money is funny anyway. I'm saying that to myself, right? But I say, the money sounds nice, but no thank you. Because salvation is better than money. The salvation that we're going to receive, that money, we're going to use it as toilet paper. I'm telling you now, it's garbage. It's garbage now. You know that. You're in the money field. The American dollar is garbage right now. It's monopoly money. What they're doing is keep printing money. But you know what? If you don't have the resources to back that paper, that money is funny money. That's why all these little countries can't go out and just print money like that. Because they know, they start printing a whole bunch of money, their value of their money is going to drop very low. Right? They must have something to back that money. The natural resource, which is gold, silver, platinum, oil. You know what I mean? You need things that is going to back that money. So there's no amount of money that I need, or that I want rather. Right? Now, needing is one thing. You need some money, you need to eat, you need to get by, you need to take care of your daily. Right? But as Solomon prayed for, he said he didn't pray for riches. He paid just enough for me, man. It's just enough for me. I just want to eat. I want to put on clothes. I want to go outside and my car working. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to go outside. I know a guy, he used to drive his car, turn the car on, and he used to be driving like this to the car, and then he have to hold the door, because the door is getting ready to fall off, right? The door is going to open while he's driving. And then when it rains, and then he's got to hold the door, and then he's got to somehow put the roof, go like this to stop the water from coming. I'm like, what you got going on? I don't want to live like that. That's bad. Right? So you pray every day for what? For your daily bread. But don't make it seem like, you know, you have to have this large amount of money, millions and billions of dollars. You don't need that. What do you need that for? I hear people say all the time, I'm gonna take care of the nation. You ain't gonna take care of no. The only nation you're gonna take care of, the nation is in your house. Right? Yeah. What's up?
Low battery.
Oh, low, okay. Is it plugged in? Alright. There's nothing we can do about that. Just let the captain know. Read on now. 31. We have Exodus 16, verse 31.
31. And the house of Israel called the name of therefore manna.
Right, manna. Read.
And it was like the coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like the wafers made with honey.
My gosh. Come on now. Now, the wafer made with honey, I don't know about you, but that is one of my favorites. Honey. And really good honey. Not that cheap stuff. Not that stuff made by, you know, those people down the block with the green sign. Right? They're okay. But I got get some honey from New Zealand, you know what I mean? Right? You get some local honey is pretty good. Okay? So a lot of times when you guys driving around here, you might have somebody like on the corner, or somebody might be selling some local honey. You know, you can also do that too also. All right? Buy the local honey. That's good. All right? So you imagine that wafer made with honey. That thing must have been good. Man, I've been eating that thing up, sipping on them wine. Right? Right, Ella? People complain about that quail. I had that chicken and that wafer, I'd have been fine. But you know the bougie of Israel, you know? You know how they are. Read on that. 32.
Verse 32.
Uh-huh.
And Moses said,
What did he say?
This is the thing which the Most High commanded. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread therewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt.
Right, so even save a piece for the generations to come, so they can see, like, look, the Most High blessed us with this bread from heaven, man. So they won't believe it. If you got it in your hand, hey, this is it. All right, read on.
And Moses said unto Aaron, Take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Most High, to be kept for your generations.
Right. So these Jewish people claiming that they're the real Jews that came out of Egypt. Do they got their pot? One of them produced the pot. Bring the pot. Let me see the omer. Right? Bring it out. Bring that out. Where's your pot of omer? Right, Ella?
Yep.
Yeah. They saying who they are. We know who we are, but we know we have been discontinued from our heritage. So that pot of omer is out the window. But they claiming that they're the people. They're the true children of Israel. Guy saw me today, man. I saw me in the place with the green sign. You know, I had to pick up the food. And the guy saw me today. He said, yeah, what I forgot what he said to me. But anyway, he said, like, Shabbat Shalom. You know what I mean? Yeah, we the only Jewish people around here. I just looked at him and shook my head. Yeah. Let me get on out of here. You know? Let me get on out of here before something else go down, right? How you talking about you Jewish? I'm Jewish. Yeah? I'm the real Jew. You don't want to be. You're a fake pair of Jordans. Right? But I don't go out and tell them that. You know what I mean? Unless we're in the battleground. That's different. You know what I mean? People got to know how to turn it on, turn it off. You can't just be rolling in the street, running around calling Esau by their names and calling Amalek all out their name like that. That's not good behavior. You know? Right? It's a time and a place for everything, cut? If we're on the streets and we talk about the scriptures, we bring the scriptures out. We're not coming out of our own flesh. We're coming out as it is written. And that's how we keep it. So, we supposed to keep a pot for our generations, but, you know, we got discontinued. Read on, 34.
Verse 34.
Uh-huh.
As the Most High commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept.
Right, read on.
And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if I can ever get tired of that manna. I don't care if it's 40 or 80 years. That thing is, you know what a wafer is? You ever eat those vanilla wafers? Oh my gosh. They got the strawberry wafers. You seen them? What? You going off out? You ain't seen the strawberry wafers? You got going on? You seen vanilla wafers? Yeah, it's him. He ain't tell you, right? He's supposed to tell you these things. He ain't never seen it. Strawberry, the wafers? Oh my gosh. Where y'all been? On another planet? Where this guy's been?
Under a rock.
Under a rock, yeah. Y'all gotta go hang out with Radar. Radar to give you the damn breakdown. He show you vanilla wafers, banana wafers. Yeah. The chocolate wafers. They got chocolate ones too right now. Right? They got just about every flavor. You seen chocolate? You ain't seen the chocolate. You seen the strawberry. Oh, okay. What they got to do with anything? You going off out. And then at that you say you're from New York. You don't know. You need to start. You need to cut it out. That's where it came from. All of it came from there. I need to change the batteries. All right, finish up this. Finish up 35.
Verse 35.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Right, and landing to the borders of Canaan. Read on. Now an omer is a 10th part of an ephah.
Right, so now they're going into the measurement. Omer is a 10th part of an ephah. Right, so let's go on.
Chapter 17, verse 1.
I'll wait for right now.
And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin after their journeys according to the commandment of the Most High, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses, and said, Give us water, that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Most High?
Right. Why they argue with Moses about water now? First they hungry. First he went to buy the water, remember? And he put the tree in the water, made it sweet. Then they what? They was hungry, they got the manna from heaven. Right? Quail. They were hungry, they got the quail. So now we got chicken wings with the Captain Benaniah love. Chicken wing, yeah, there you go. He loved chicken wings. And then what? He got bread. So what's your problem now? And the bread tastes like made with wafers. Wafers, they would taste like honey. What is the complaint? You got sweet and you got your chicken. What's going on?
Chicken and waffles,
Yeah, right. There you go. There you go. Bring that out. Chicken and waffles. Okay, try to change it now. So our people, you know, we had this. Come on. So our people, you know, we had this these wafers, and we had the chicken, and now what are we talking about? We thirsty? 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 What are we talking And now they, what do you say? They chime back and forth with Moses. I said that don't make no sense. Read on that.
Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Most High? And the people thirsted there for water. And the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us, and our children, and our cattle, with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Most High, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me.
So, God, so Moses is like, yo, listen, man. These people will be ready to stone me. What I'm gonna do is to after I need to be charged. Go ahead, read on.
And the Most High said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand,
right,
and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb,
right,
and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink.
Right.
And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel.
Read on.
And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel.
Right.
And because they tempted the Most High, saying, Is the Most High amongst us, or not? Verse 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim.
Right.
And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of the Most High in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed.
Oh, man. Right? Go ahead.
But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side.
Right.
And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun.
Oh my God. So they stood, so both of them stood on each side of him to hold his hands up so they could continue winning the battle. Everybody got that? All right. Go ahead.
And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword.
That's right.
And the Most High said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book,
right,
and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
He put out a remembrance of who?
Amalek from under heaven.
Read.
And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nisi. And he said, Because the Most High has sworn that the Most High will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
That's why he got that ish with Amalek. Right? It's not us. And Amalek hated because he knows who we are. He know who we are. The problem is when we don't know who we are, he laugh at us. Right? When he find out that we know, then all of a sudden now he want to come after us. Right? You want to say slick stuff. These people claiming, they're not the real Jew. You know, we are who we say we are. Right? But the Most High said he going to have war with Amalek, not us. The Most High got the ish with Amalek. Right? Because he know that that is the top nation upon this earth. You know? Whatever these people say, the rest of the Edomites go along with it. You know? They come out with another booster shot, they're up to number 4 now in Israel. They're looking to get another one. Right? They're looking to bring another one over here. These people are the leaders. Okay? So the Most High said he got that ish with Amalek, and he's going to deal with them from generation to generation. Amalek, if you know who Amalek is, that's a so-called Jew. Right? And that's the ish that he has with Amalek, with Esau. So he said he's going to annihilate Esau from off the face of this earth eventually. But for right now, he's going to be here because he's going to use him as a chastisement for the children of Israel. Right? He's using him to beat us. Yeah, because we're being disobedient to the Most High's law, statute, commandments. It's clear. But it's not clear to a lot of people because they think their life is supposed to be like this. We just supposed to be a bunch of niggas and spicks and get food stamps and chill. You know? When you get more money than food stamps, hallelujah. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Praise Jesus. Now we can get more food when we get high. Yeah. This is the condition of our people. But coming out of here, if you see here, I'll be coming out, our people are still murmuring and lacking faith. You know, lacking faith not only with Moses, but ultimately lacking faith in the Most High. But the Most High has shown them all the miracles He's done for them and get them out. When they were hungry, they ate. When they were thirsty, He gave them. That's why on the flip side to that, what did He do? When He cursed us. When He cursed us, what did He say? He's going to give us to a nation, and we're going to want for all things. In hunger, all the things that He provided for us. In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, in want of all things. We shall put a yoke of iron upon our neck until He destroy us. That's why the Most High reversed that curse. It was a blessing first. He gave us water. He gave us, when we were thirsty, He gave it to us. When we needed clothing, He gave it to us. When we needed food, He gave it to us. We didn't want Him, so He said, you know what? You're going to go to a nation and go get it from them. That's why today we still suffer the curses. Because we still have to go to these nations to get clothes. We still got to go to Publix and get food. We still got to go get all these things from these nations. When the Most High blessed us, we didn't have to get nothing from no other nation. Esau never gave us anything. When we were in the wilderness, what Esau gave us? What the other nations gave us? Nothing. The Most High provided everything for us. That's why it fits us. Because now we are getting everything from the nations now. The Most High is not giving us these clothes no more. Because this is part of our curse. Hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Alright, with that will be the end of the portion. It ends at 17, or 16 rather. Exodus 17 and 16. We'll pick it back up next week with the Torah portion. And we'd like to say Shabbat Shalom to the nation of Israel. And if you want to link up with us in Port St. Lucie, if you're ever in Port Pierce, Vero Beach, Indian Town, what we got up there? We got Martin County, St. Lucie County, and Indian River up there. If you ever in any one of those counties, come see us in Port St. Lucie and keep the Sabbath with us. Alright? Shabbat Shalom to the nation of Israel, and we'll see you next week. Hallelujah.